But I'm not, as long as I don't touch it.
Gotcha.
Which passes through the it's from your travel. So, and then I think my wife, first one my wife, the second one, it's in the air. It's in the air or it's on the trolley car, something like a supermarket. You know what I mean? It's,
right.
you know, you can do so much.
Yeah, it went through definitely last week on a lot of the underground.
And it just won't go away.
Those 7 to 10 inches of snow is what it gets, right?
And then 48 degrees the next day, so hopefully by Thursday. I'm just like, let's just kind of shut down for a couple of days.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
Where were you just on? Oh, that was the
So, just it's getting better. The East Coast is getting worse. The West Coast is Chicago's where it's at, man. I'm telling you. And by Chicago, actually, Texas, we're trying to expand as far as Chicago.
So Angela wants to get a liquor license. We're talking to
Something was exception.
Paul
So, whatever happens, it changes the having shit, but it's not. It's not going like this. Yeah.
Yes, definitely. This is a nice downtown.
Yeah. It's good. I mean,
nice. Well, yeah, I can imagine all that travel and then it's never specifically for my expenses. Interesting.
Thank you all so much for coming out to the closing night of Amelia Shakespeare Performances 2025 Second Year Showcase. Tonight's showcase features 2 shows, the first being Anima, the second being Nightwalker, and the combined runtime of the entire showcase is approximately 2 hours with 1 15-minute intermission.
During that intermission, we ask that you move quickly out to the bar so that we can take your chairs upstairs.
Content considerations for Anima include themes of sexual, what is the word I was trying to say? Sexual, yeah, thank you. Content considerations for Anima include themes of sexual assault and suicide.
If you need to step out at any time, please step to the door during the start.
We will be live streaming the event tonight, so if you are uncomfortable being on camera, we invite you to step outside. And last but not least, thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy our production of Amelia P. Rosselli's Anima. With that head, more to the right. Yep, too much. That's it. Be still if you can. It's impossible. What the devil's got into you today? I can't get anything done this way. You may as well go home with the baby all nervous. And now she starts to cry. Come on. You know that when I'm nervous, I no longer watch my words.
It's not about that.
What is it? Then you're not feeling well?
He left me.
Me and Marty? Who left you?
He left 2 days ago. He took all of his things. He said that just because things had gone well so far, it wasn't any reason to suppose they'd go well in the future.
How mean of him.
I loved him.
He is an egotist. As long as it suited him, he kept you with him. But now that he sees himself transported into another sphere with the sudden success he's had with his painting, he doesn't need you anymore. You silly girl. You are so little pride that you show him and everyone else your weakness, giving him this last satisfaction.
Oh, what do I care about pride? I loved him, that was it. Maybe if I'd been more cunning, I would be just a model now.
That's such a shame.
When I think of my child, when I think of the day when he'll ask me if I was sorry, what will I tell you, my darling?
The truth. You mustn't be ashamed for having loved a man who you considered worthy. It would have been shameful if you had pretended to love him for a hidden purpose.
Leslie, your words console me.
Amelia, we all have this voice inside of us that speaks to us deep down to our heart. And it's hard to ignore all of the other voices and listen only to this one. Be brave. If you need any help or advice, please remember that I'm here. Go get dressed. Oh, and please be quick because I'm expecting guests.
You want me back tomorrow?
Yes, a little earlier if you please.
Of course.
And if I can't, I'll send you a note to the usual address, okay?
Oh no, Senorita, I'm no longer there. I'm going there now to pick up my few things.
Oh, are you moving?
How can I stay? My rent is paid only through today.
And the baby?
Thank God I'm still with the wet nurse.
Where will you sleep tonight? Found a place already?
There's always somewhere to go if worst comes to worst.
So you will come sleep here until you find a decent work.
Here. Senorita, what would you say?
Don't worry about that.
Too kind. I'll be off then. My respects, Senorita.
Bye. See you later, Mariana.
Am I disturbing you?
Not at all. What good luck brings you here?
I was just coming back from the exhibition and passed by your place. I could not resist the temptation to come up a moment and tell you that your painting is a masterpiece.
Indeed.
And it was hung in just the right spot for the light, which doesn't often happen. It's a success, I tell you.
So many compliments.
It's a fact. You know, I too can judge art a little.
Oh, more than a little. And if only you had had the desire to study.
It's too late for me.
It is never too late. It's true that I was 5 years old when I took a pencil in my hand for the first time, or rather a piece of charcoal, but I was hardly a prodigy.
It's a matter of talent, I promise you. I, for example, belong to that class of individuals so numerous and so useless, who don't possess the necessary ability to express these things in words by writing or by painting.
But I do not admit to the existence of a class of passive individuals. They don't exist in nature.
You don't give me a chance.
Simply because I don't want to see a talent like yours wasted. If I wasn't interested in you,
But it's true then that you're interested in me?
but a question. Isn't it natural, given the friendship that ties our two families?
Ah, because of that.
What's the matter?
It's not the most flattering thing in the world to know that you're like, not because of yourself, but because of the relationship that exists between two families.
Listen, my friend, let us speak openly. Lately, I have noticed a change in you. And since I like you, see, I even have the boldness to tell you so.
Precisely because you don't know.
I don't want to see you suffer for nothing. You men are so restless. We used to be such good friends. We used to pass such pleasant hours together without illusion, but no, sir, you couldn't keep it that way. Had to turn sentimental on me.
Is it my fault? Friendship which I have for you turned into something else?
No, it isn't your fault. But you have to stop it immediately.
Why don't you tell me frankly? Do you love someone else? No, no. Don't be afraid. I'm not one to make a scene. I know how to suffer without harm.
Very well then. I want to be frank with you. Yes.
Ah! You see?
But I assure you,
For God's sakes, no consolation, please. I hate it. Look, I'm not even asking you his name. Only, it's too bad you don't love him.
but I do love you.
Yes, but in that other way. It's just, I can't see you finding your happiness with anyone else.
So you would be the only one?
He's ridiculous, I know, but you're too complex to be understood, and if understood to be appreciated by the first man who comes along.
Can we come in?
Look who's here.
Oh, Mrs. Mallory, how nice of you. How are you? Oh, hello, Tatiana.
You rascal! What are you doing in the house of a respectable young lady?
Well, the same thing you came to do, no more, no less.
How nice of you to come. We hardly see each other.
We have 100 things to do. We know how many visits you're supposed to make today?
10. Mercy.
And then, can you imagine, we were also at the exhibition.
And what did you think of it?
I saw your painting. Don't you think that the tie of that man is too narrow now that the bindings are in fashion?
My dear, I really didn't think of it.
It seems you've had great success.
Let's not exaggerate.
At least that's what I hear. I, on the other hand, cannot judge. I don't understand your modern art at all.
This is the study for your painting, right?
Yes.
And this, what is it?
Don't look. These are no longer exhibitions, but shops of human flesh. Who's here, who's there.
You're so proper.
I see that you have lost painting.
Oh! You like it?
Maybe. It's very beautiful, but let me be clear, I don't want that painting in my house.
Don't worry, it's for my personal use and enjoyment.
You showed me things.
You think so?
Yes, but this is the last time you've seen me in an exhibition, at least with her. I said not to look. You too could show some respect since this is your living room.
I'm so sorry. I really didn't think of it.
Come on, it would be better if you just walked me in a convent.
Are you coming home for dinner tonight?
Sorry, I have an invitation.
You never come.
It's as if I never had this on mine.
I can tell you who will be there. Marquis Bay, the lawyer, the Tory,
Who? The one?
who was in Via Reggio, yes!
To tell you the truth, he would come at least once to look us up.
He comes to see you, doesn't he?
Sometimes.
We are celebrating with Bay, who after 10 years finally got his law degree.
As well.
Good day and to bed. One of these days I seem to be walking on ice and danger, slipping at every step. I have to bring up one of these innocent girls.
My dear lady, all of these problems would not exist if girls were brought up in a different way.
Those are theories.
When mothers tell you there are two kinds of truths, those that you can know and those you are supposed to ignore. What happens? You're not interested in the permitted truths and instead are attracted to the forbidden fruit, which you are supposed to ignore.
But Olga, only you take too much liberty with me. A little consideration for heaven's sake. Wasn't girls like you that the world revolutionized? What would your poor mother say, bless her soul?
I think that she would have brought me up the way that I brought myself up. Tell me, am I really so bad the way that I am?
God, what an idea. Like your world, young people, they have no experience. They don't see the danger. No one knows better than I. But you. But well,
But what?
for instance, are you happy about what people are saying? That you're a liberated woman, and young men come and go as they please in your house. A girl is easily compromised.
I'm the one who should worry about that.
Right. Sorry. Enough said. By the way, Dr. Tory, you know him well?
Why?
So I'd like you to, if the opportunity arises, Speak with about Roxana.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, don't give me tasks of that kind. I'm not a matchmaker.
Oh, Mother, look who's here.
How are you, Mrs. Mallory?
We have to come here. Have the pleasure of seeing you.
My congratulations.
Thank you.
Tell me.
How come you never been to see us?
Oh, forgive me. I'm not a very sociable person. And how have you been? How did you spend the winter? Did you have a good time?
Not at all. Mother claims I'm too young for social.
Well, your mother is right.
Are you coming to be a Reggio this year?
Oh, I don't believe so.
Everyone has such a good time. Do you remember that boat ride that ended so tragically?
Of course.
My poor dress. I still have it. I spotted it in small form. Do you remember?
It had light blue and bruised gray.
It's got a good memory.
It's nothing out of the ordinary.
You really won't be coming to the Reggio? It would be terrible if everyone was as good as you.
You slander me.
Your home was to see them alive or dead.
I knew from Giorgio that you had enjoyed good health the whole time. But I'll come by. And don't we get to see anything?
They're designs you've seen already.
And I'm not allowed to see them.
Ah, you've done some work on it.
Yes, just 3 hours this morning. Splendid.
Magnificent.
Oh, it's just a rough draft. And you have nothing to say?
Well, I wish that someone, perhaps you, Miss Olga, would explain to me once and for all what you admire in those 4 old stones.
Don't you see the spirit of things long dead reflected from the stones?
The spirit of things long dead. And what else?
I think that's enough.
Oh, good grief. It's time to wake up. Do you know what impression your spirit of Rome makes on me? The same as that of a beautiful woman, who, seeing her beauty fade, decides to assume a spiritual role, stressing her soul all of a sudden. I've had enough of it, to tell you the truth.
That's really scandalous.
Anybody hear you? Is that why you live up there in the Macau district?
Precisely. Up there, you can at least breathe freely.
It remains to be seen if the houses of the New Rome, which have no other advantage aside from the fact that they are new, would compensate me for the lack of fine aestheticism that I find in my 4 old stones, as you call them.
And the advantage of being new seems insignificant to you in terms of a house? Do you realize what a pleasure it is to know that those walls are virgin walls, untouched by others? No foot has walked on that smooth floor except mine. The virginity of a house. It doesn't the word itself tell you that it refers to something precious?
Precious. It depends.
Contradictions. What do you say, Mr. Mallory?
Don't stay in the company hall then. You'll hear some good ones.
So soon?
I told you we have so many visits to make.
Then you'll be see us?
I certainly will.
Come on, let's go. It's getting late.
Don't tell me you didn't notice how that flirt courted you.
Well, should I make a tragedy of it?
So you think it's nice that she carried on with you?
Neither beautiful nor ugly, just natural. Come, the poor girl doesn't deserve all that anger.
Well, of course, because for you, the shortcoming is only that one. Whereas for me, it's the repeated prostitution of one's thoughts. Today they belong to you, tomorrow they belong to someone else. But no one is scandalized by these secret dedications of these flirts of the soul.
Oh, that's a new one. So the purity of the body has no value.
Compared to that of the soul, certainly not.
Soul, what a word.
Oh, sure, anything goes as long as we remain materially pure. That's the great virtue. That's true chastity. But why?
Oh dear, man could not live, not even for one moment, without these laws. My little rebel, you seek to change nothing less than all the human laws. Why? People embittered by great sorrows who become great rebels Now you're crying. Olga, come, lift up your head.
Forgive me. I'm nervous. Perhaps I wrote you too long.
Now listen. I've made an agreement with Chiati, the engineer.
Oh?
The negotiations for the industrial installation are almost complete. Chiati and I will do the administrative management.
Here?
In Berlin. Oh, do you mind very much leaving Italy? But we'll talk about that later. Now, for the best part. Look,
From your father?
with his permission, how happy I am. Because although I was ready to marry you in any case, it would have bothered me to go against his will. But why don't you say something?
The surprise.
I understand. His inexorable opposition has been hard on your pride. But you must forgive him. Old people have strange ideas. My father was thinking of a quiet, plain, insignificant girl for me. In short, a girl like Graziana. The idea of an artist as the daughter-in-law frightened him. Poor old man. It seemed impossible to him that a woman whose name is Olga de Valaris could adjust to an obscure family life, be a good wife. But you mustn't hold a grudge against him now that he's convinced.
He was right.
Is this how you receive such news?
Do you love me?
You know I do.
No, tell me. I must hear you say it.
You are my dear love.
I love you too, you know. Why isn't there a stronger, more intense word? A word never said before.
Angel, I'll write to my father this very day. When he comes here, we'll be engaged, and in 2 months, we must be in Berlin by September, and the honeymoon.
Now, why do you say all of these things? Aren't we happy the way that we are?
Don't you want to be happier?
Listen, don't you think it would be better to wait and get married after you return?
Return from where?
From Berlin, so that we can settle down once and for all.
What? Are you serious? Wait another 2 years?
You're right. Then it would be just the same.
Olga, what are you saying?
Listen, there's something I have to tell you. I've been thinking about it for quite some time. It's useless. I am not the right wife for you. Today I'm really convinced of it.
Oh, but that's my problem. You have no say in it. I want you the way you are.
Will you have the strength to surmount so many prejudices, so many principles so dear to you?
Oh, which ones?
The very ones for which your father hesitated to give his consent.
Obviously, an old man has certain preconceptions.
You too.
I?
Yes, didn't you tell me so just a moment ago?
Oh, thank you. It is one thing to place oneself above the prejudice that demands, for example, that one receives his bride from her mother's hands. But another to trample on a sacred principle in order to obtain her.
But if you had to do it.
What are you saying? What are you saying?
Silvio, I too am a ruin.
Shameful woman!
No! No, I haven't done anything evil. I swear to you. I've never had a thought for anyone but you. I've been more yours this way than had I been your lover. Do you believe me? Do you believe me?
I believe! Oh, what have I done to deserve this?
Don't cry. I beg you not to cry. I should have told you earlier. It's true. But I hoped that you would be different than the rest. I was just an innocent girl. You understand? I was just 15 years old. He took me, just like a flower that's taken from a meadow. Oh, I remember that day. All of a sudden, I saw in that boy's eyes a dark flame which scared me, and without knowing why, I started to run. But he ran after me, reached me. Oh, Sylvia, the horror of that act, committed unconsciously, the disgust with myself, the terror of others, the constant feeling of regret, and shame, and immense anguish over this irreparable evil. How many tears of humiliation I have shed. And voice, confused and calling out to me, why do you humiliate yourself so? Lift up your head, you poor crying girl. You still have a soul. A soul. A treasure all mine, and I swore to myself never to contaminate it. And I thought about the man who would receive it from me one day, and who has the first and only right on it his adored name. Yours, Silvio, yours and no one else's, ever. Why don't you answer? Silvio, just one word. So I was right when I cried. Oh, I was right.
Excuse me, Signorina. I brought my things.
Yes, come in. Just through there, it's fine.
What's she doing here? At this hour, and with that trunk?
Poor thing, don't you know? Leonardi left her suddenly.
Yes, they told me he's marrying a young lady from Milan. They got engaged yesterday.
But they're leaving? So soon. Silvio,
Let's not
I...
make a scene, okay?
What, you've changed your mind? You don't believe me? You lied?
I dreamed. And all dreams end in an awakening sooner or later. Let me go.
You're leaving me? You can't leave me, Silvio!
Signorina, don't scream. We were victims of a hallucination. We thought the impossible possible be reasonable.
Oh, he no longer loves me.
But I adore you. And if you want to, Graziano's happiness could not be better entrusted to anyone else.
I swear to you that I will do whatever is in my power to ensure that her life is as easy and as happy as possible.
My mother will be so pleased to hear it. I too feel relieved of great responsibility. I know all too well what lives these young men lead nowadays. I was afraid that she might fall in love with one of those society Don Giovanni.
But we speak about all this as if we were certain of it. You have doubts about her consent. But she has always liked you from the first moment she met you.
Then, when we returned to town, seeing that things had stopped there, I thought it had only been a flirtation.
Indeed. Speaking frankly, I would be telling a lie if I were to say that I thought about her this winter. Meeting her down there, I immediately fell under her charm, but without thinking about marriage at all. Yes, and having come back to Rome, I threw myself once more into the whirl of a bachelor's life.
I see.
And then some unpleasantness.
Unpleasant.
No, nothing important. But you know, there comes a time when you realize just how empty your life is. And so, seeing your sister yesterday evening, I realized that the attraction had been there all along, although hidden. That ingenuousness, that freshness of imagination, all that purity, which we young men rarely come into contact with, impressed me. It acted as a balm on my irritated nerves.
Certainly.
Marrying a girl like Rosselli, you'll have the advantage of molding her into whatever you wish.
And the wife is always what their husband makes of her. Oh, gosh, it's 5:30. I have to run upstairs. I forgot to grab something.
Oh, I'll come with you. And
We'll speak about it at home, okay?
wait 2 or 3 days. I would prefer. I see.
There is some business to attend to. Some old game to finish.
No, that's not it.
Come on, you want to tell me? Most would ask for a month to appear as white as freshly washed linen. Only watch it, eh?
Okay.
Oh, he's not in? I'll wait for him then.
Well, if you're going to wait, I can take advantage of it and go next door. I have an errand.
That's fine with me.
Don't tell your mother.
Don't worry. More than an exhibition. Here would indeed be appropriate to say don't look. There's a whole collection of them. I bet that every woman is attracted in such an effort. It's like young men to prefer us. We're devils. Philosophy of love.
Tell me. What do you think?
On a chair. He looks at it. I don't see anything bad in it. He looks at it, insistent, with desire. Go on. He draws near, he touches it. Go on. He takes it. He puts it in his pocket, and he carries it off. Another time, I advise you to have a larger pocket made.
Roxana, it's time to go.
I'm coming! I see that Giorgio's taking his time. You will be indicated in this letter. Be careful what you put. Don't let him see it. Who is she? Giorgio's sister. Oh, what a blunder! I would have sworn. I'm an expert.
Here.
Neela.
What's wrong?
Imagine, I took her for a loose woman.
I hope you'll excuse me.
These are things that don't happen every day, you understand?
And it will take you if I understand a thing.
Be quiet, please. That's a nice way to do things. Your guests have arrived and the host is nowhere to be found.
Well, that's your fault because you came too early.
And so,
What?
that marriage, now that the consent has arrived, when will it take place?
My dear sir, you are always late.
It burst just like a bubble.
But if you were really that interested in my marriage, console yourself. I asked for the hand of this is.
You are out of your mind.
Good evening, everyone.
Hey!
See what happens when you pass the exams? It brings you bad luck. It's going to cost me 20,000 lira.
If Professor Torney's wife hadn't been caught with Vittorio, you'd have flunked for the 10th time.
The fall of a woman prevents that of a student.
First of all, I hope you won't offend me by not believing me when I say that I tried my best to flunk.
We don't doubt it.
What do you want? The poor man certainly had other things on his mind. Professor Torney, don't you know? He recently discovered that his wife was betraying him. And I, as if it were done on purpose, wrote him a thesis on the legitimization of illegitimate children.
Just the perfect topic.
Friends, let's drink to the health of husbands.
Oh,
no!
Down with husbands!
Down with husbands! Down!
Long live husbands! If it's not for husbands, there wouldn't be any wives.
Bravo, Lorenzi! It would be a nice one if we had to marry loose women.
I'll quote you the article.
There's no article to support that.
Forgive me the surprise.
I thought you did not want me.
Who is she? Gosh, what a beauty.
I'm disturbing you, it seems.
In my house, you can only be welcome. Always.
Why don't you introduce me to your friends? Ah, we're here too. Good evening, how are you?
Marquis Bay, the lawyer, Salvelli, Count Lorenzini,
I have already had the honor.
Yes, I recall.
Miss de Valaris.
We admired you yesterday for your work.
May I ask you to stay and keep us company?
I hope you did not think I would pay you the compliment of coming here to eat.
Poor Becca.
It's a hard lot in life to be misunderstood, don't you think?
I wouldn't know. I've always had the rare fortune of being appreciated and understood.
Well, it's the matter of being born under a lucky or unlucky star, wouldn't you say?
Precisely. And mine, in fact, was a very lucky star. And you, Mr. Vittori, let's hear your voice.
I have nothing to say.
Perhaps you don't know him well enough. He's a poor lad stricken to silence in the presence of beauty.
Indeed.
Certainly. I even intend to write an article about it.
You are indeed profound, Marquis.
Oh, no science is unknown to me. I can give you lessons in physiology, alchemy, chemistry.
Indeed. Well, then let's see how far your knowledge goes. Here, read my palm.
If you don't mind, I'll read whatever you like from your glove.
My glove.
The depth of his studies permits him to do even that.
Easy. Take it off straight. This way.
It's so obvious he got his law degree 3 days ago.
A black glove, a rigid personality. The imprint of the nails is rather prominent. It's an authoritarian inclination. Look how the leather was worn right here in the hollow of the palm. That points to the habit of forming a fist, force of will. Oh, this is symptomatic.
What is it?
I clearly see the mark of 3 nails in the form of a crescent. Look.
I don't see anything.
And yet, I bet that I can see those same signs on your hand. Oh, this is bad.
What? Is there more?
It almost seems done on purpose. See this little nail mark halfway along the lifeline? You broke your life in half in a moment of rage.
Stop it, that's enough.
Charlatan, I advise you to study more, Marquis. You are not profound.
You must excuse me, but I really must be going.
At this hour,
Oh, let him go. Perhaps he is not feeling well.
Is this provocation? This is no place for you.
Threatening me? You're forgetting that you no longer have any right to do so. What are they performing at the Ball Theater tonight?
Oh, it's the opening night of The Rights of the Soul.
Come on, let's go.
no.
What a strange title.
It's a rather daring idea to propose that a woman can claim for herself the right to be unfaithful in her thoughts, so long as she is not bodily.
I think it's great.
Me too.
So, what say you, Mr. Vittori?
Story. You must have some opinion on the matter, I believe.
Yes! I claim that the chastity of the body goes beyond everything else, and that the soul is an obsolete pretext for those who cannot offer more.
You're right.
You're wrong!
Oh, you really think that I care about my soul? You want to see how much I value it? Here. I'm selling it. I'll sell it to whoever gives me the most for it.
Great.
Come, Mr. Vittori, how much do you offer?
I've never bought souls.
But I'll give you the rest as a bargain. Hope it still has some value, eh? Who'll give the most?
10,000 lira. 20,000.
50,000!
Step up, Mr. Vittori. Are you afraid?
Shame on you.
Oh.
Leave me alone. And you think...
Silvio, have you gone mad?
100,000. 200,000.
Stop it!
No, let's go on, Vittori. 300.
Everything I have!
All we can do now is...
Olga, what have you done?
Yes, I know.
Don't get so excited.
I'm afraid I'm not going to run away. No. What are you waiting for? Am I not yours? Will you have enough of me? You'll throw me out. I'll move on to someone else. And then another. What have I done? No! No! Let me go! I don't want you! I don't want you!
For God's sakes, don't yell so. You are in the house of a friend. Calm yourself.
Don't hurt me. Be kind.
You're sorry.
I'm suffering so much. Listen, do you feel it? It's pounding. Don't take it away. It's cold. Isn't it horrible for you to say all those things to me? Why? Why are you crying? Sorry, because you're kind. You did it purposely to provoke me. Did you realize it? You did it purposely.
Where did you see?
Where? Did I say where? What did I say?
Here, in my place?
No. Far away.
It's rhetorical. Tell me.
No. No.
Then tell me
No.
who.
And why do you care? Does one ask a creature like me the name of her first lover?
You had a lover? That is not possible. Why do you tell me things that are not true?
Things that are not true. What do you know?
I know you.
You know me? You? No one knows me.
Olga. You know that I love you.
No. Thank you.
A man who really loves respects the woman he loves, even if she has fallen.
Respects.
Yes, respects. Don't cry. I can't bear to see you cry.
Why do you treat me this way? Can I disgust you?
I love you. You will tell me everything one day.
Everything. But now I can't.
Not now. One day.
One day.
Whenever you
It's tomorrow. And you know. And you too, just like him.
But that's enough for now. Calm down. Step in there a moment to tidy your hair. Your beautiful hair, all messed up. Come. I will call a cab to take you home. I'm grateful that you came.
Very kind. back tomorrow?
Certainly.
I'll seem sad without you.
Do you think that I will be happy so far away from you?
Will you send me a telegram as soon as you arrive?
Yes. And you? Will you write me?
A big 10-page letter.
Darling. Hi. Good morning. It's good to see you up.
Oh, I didn't get up just now.
Good for you. The morning air is good for you. Where is Graziana?
Oh, I think she is still in the bedroom.
What a lazy bones.
She has city habits.
For now, let her have her ways. My goodness.
Have you lost something?
The receipt of all things.
It's probably still in the bedroom. But the
Will you come back tomorrow?
Yes, I'm sorry to leave you, but I can't wait.
When it comes to business, one must not stand on ceremony.
It's not business, that is. Now I'll make you laugh. I have an appointment with my editor.
With your editor?
Yes, I have a book in print.
You? Are you serious?
As a study on 15th century art.
Wow, I never would have thought. Congratulations.
Come on. Come on, say it. You never thought I'd succeed in something, right?
Let's be clear. Not on account of lack of talent, but on account of laziness.
Yes, it's true. I too would not have thought it possible. It's all too told. Just imagine. Shortly after we were married, she was cleaning out my drawers and found among some papers I had written a draft on the subject. Well, Olga read that draft. She liked it. And from then on, she began to torment me, to tell me that the idea was good, that I should elaborate on it. In the end, she said so much and did so much that she succeeded in making me cast aside my phenomenal laziness. She had a desk installed for me in her atelier. She would paint and I would write, and after a year and a half of tireless work, we've done it. We are correcting the outward proofs. It will come out in November.
Good for you. Good for you.
What did I tell you?
Oh, that was lucky. We were just speaking about you. We were saying nasty things about you. Shame on you. I was just telling Sylvia that if I have come to something, it is all credit to you.
Please.
No, it's the truth. And one must always tell the truth. Right.
Certainly.
Isn't it time to go?
She's sending me away.
Let's see if the carriage is ready.
How happy you must be.
Yes. I didn't think two people could get along so well. But what about you? You don't seem yourself. Aren't you happy too?
Yes, very happy. Why?
Sylvia. Sylvia, I am not blind. Is it Graziano?
No, it's nothing.
It will pass. For the past 2 nights, you have been walking up and down your study until dawn.
How do you know?
Your study is right above our bed.
It's true. I am a little sad. But no one is to blame for it except myself. It will pass.
But we would like to see you happy.
I feel like a dark spot on your beautiful blue sky. And spots must be washed off.
Giorgio, it's getting late.
Here I am, coming. See you.
Goodbye. Have a good trip.
You're going away.
What a lazy bones. You just get up, eh? Need anything from Rome?
No.
nice trip.
Giorgio, you're going to miss your train.
Coming! Where are you going?
Riding.
By yourself? I would prefer that you don't go out today, since Giorgio is away.
Why?
Because the two of you alone,
I don't see anything wrong with it.
well, perhaps, but I bet you give it up.
Why? I don't get it.
Because it seems strange, to say the least, that after 2 years of absence, instead of being eager to enjoy your family, you spend 3/4 of each day with someone who is neither your mother, nor your brother, nor your sister-in-law. In fact, I'm not the only one who has noticed it.
Olga, right?
No, your mother.
Fine. I'll ask her if it's the way you say it is.
Don't make me look stupid. Look at your sister-in-law.
Not them.
I see that Giorgio is happy.
You obviously are a poor victim.
I hope you don't pretend to think that this is the way to make me happy. Is it possible you don't feel the need for a deeper, more meaningful affection than these banal compliments offered to you by strangers?
Here we go again.
I can't go on like this. I warn you. I need companionship. Instead, I feel so lonely.
Lonely? There's a whole bunch of us.
Lonely here, Graziana. I'm afraid. If you only knew how bitter it is to have to say to yourself you're called husband, son, brother, and yet you're lonelier than if you were living in a desert. How painful the certainty is that not one of those who surrounds you nurtures a thought about you in his soul.
I don't understand.
That's the way it is. I've even become nasty. When I see those two so close to each other, so happy, help me, Graziana. You can cure me if you want to. But perhaps we too could be happy without envy or remorse.
Really? Are you sick?
Yes, very much so.
Call a doctor.
You are not riding out today.
I've already ordered the horses.
That doesn't matter. Aren't you going to humor me?
No, you bothered me enough.
Careful. If you don't listen to me, we shall go home tomorrow.
But children, what's going on?
Hardly. He wants to leave.
Is that true? Do you want to take her away from me?
Signora, I want to be listened to.
He's annoyed. He's looking for an excuse to leave.
If you think I gave you my daughter so you can treat her this way. Poor angel. When she left me, she was a flower. Besides, may I remind you, you are not the only one to have authority over her. I am here too, and so is Giorgio.
Giorgio knows perfectly well that no one has the right to intervene between me and my wife.
Do you hear him?
Yes, but what is it? It's about Rondi, right?
Yes, as if I were doing something evil.
He's not that wrong, you know.
You too now.
No, bless you. Did you see how I treated him and what I told him? But between ourselves, it's he who was right. Always leave him to himself. Good morning, ladies. Good morning, Rondi.
Good morning. Where have you been hiding? I went all over the garden, up to the gate.
So people from the stables would have found me because I was working for you. Giovanni wanted to know if you had any missions for him because he's going to town.
Yes. Yes. Where is he?
Out this way.
Giorgio left on the 11 o'clock train. Excuse me. Giovanni, I have some letters to give you.
Don't you think we should ask my sister-in-law if she can come with us since Giorgio's not here?
All right, big.
I'm not much of a gentleman.
Do as you like. Then we'll be
My husband just threatened to kill me.
To kill us?
No, no. To kill me. But this, believe me, gives me immense pleasure. I'm like a war horse. The smell of gunpowder excites me.
You are so beautiful. You are always beautiful, but you know, this morning I caught a glimpse of you as you were opening the shutters. You were all pink in your light dressing gown. You looked like dawn.
A somewhat late dawn, admittedly.
You had the calm and happy expression of someone who had rested well.
8 hours straight.
And you? Oh, me.
Poor you. It's so annoying not to be able to sleep.
So you too go through such torture sometimes? The torment caused by a constant sweet, terrible thought?
Yes, I remember once, oh, so long ago, a little dog I adored died. I could not close my eyes all night long. What's wrong with you?
Nothing.
It seems that you mind us, Negro.
Oh no, sleep. Sleep. What do you care if there's someone awake suffering in the darkness? You know, when I thought I had succeeded in an attraction in you, when you look at me that way, I lose my head. As you look at me now,
Oh, then
I'll leave today.
I'll continue to stay. Oh, good. I was wondering if you'd like to come with us today.
Thank you, but I can't.
Told you. Too bad. Such an enchanting morning.
You will be out long.
Not at all. Just a half hour. Time enough to have a good gallop.
Have you seen Graziana?
Graziana?
She went out, didn't she?
Yes, I think.
Yes, she went out with her aunt. So much the better. Stay a minute, I beg. I must speak to you. Yes. You're always avoiding me. Tell me whether in these 8 days I've succeeded in seeing you face to face.
Considering the fact you have nothing to say to each other.
Nothing at all. Don't you find that terribly sad?
I would rather call it logical.
You're right. But that's not why I am detained. I simply must beg your pardon for having imposed my presence upon you. I think I will be leaving soon.
What?
On the other hand, I could not possibly hope to come here without explaining.
You are in the house of my husband, as the husband of his sister. Your presence here is therefore quite natural.
But that doesn't make it less odious to you. Don't deny it, it will be useless.
Oh my God, since it had to happen sooner or later, it's better this way. You no longer have to think about it.
Is that all? Are we to separate like this without a greeting, without an explanation? We are brother and sister, after all, have you forgotten?
Brother and sister.
Are you at least happy?
Yes.
And you have forgiven me?
Forgiven what? That you made me meet and appreciate a noble heart? One does not forgive this, one gives thanks for it.
So you have not guessed what torture these days have been for me? So you do not understand how I daily suffer in this comparison between what my life is and what it could have been? How I have been punished.
I knew that this day and this moment would come,
You might as well triumph by it. You deserve this revenge.
I do feel for you, Sylvia.
So you don't hate me?
No.
Oh, bless you.
In order that you might recognize your error, it was necessary that you play havoc with my soul and that I undergo that painful experience.
Your soul, I feel an altar to it in my heart where I silently cry for it and adore it.
You could very well say that you killed it that evening.
Now that I have lost it forever, Olga, don't true were your words, then I was more yours then than had I been your lover. Do you remember? Do you remember?
What good is it to dig up the past? You're forgetting that your thoughts no longer belong to you alone.
It doesn't really seem to that Graziano would have a right to be offended if she could see inside my soul. But consider, not for 1 minute in her life, not since I married her, not for 1 minute has the soul of that girl been mine. I tried to get her interested in my work by sharing my projects with her, asking her advice, talking about my future, but she didn't understand me. Or she would interrupt me to read me the poem Marquis B had written in her album, or sing me the song Mr. C had composed for her. Instead of seeing in me her life's companion, her husband, she saw only the instrument of the liberty she so fervently longed for. Little by little, silence set in between us. You know, that silence of souls that persists even when lips speak. I had moments of such profound anguish that I thought I was going to die.
Poor Sylvia. Poor Sylvia.
And yet, didn't destiny ironically give me what I had asked for? To tell myself, while looking at my wife, no caress has passed over that body, it's yours. What a triumph! But then, I understood the profound and sacred significance of true virginity. As I was kissing that chaste body which was mine alone, I was consumed by rage at the thought that her soul, at that very same minute, perhaps, was far away from me, was in the possession of someone else.
Poor Sylvia.
You will understand me. You are the only one in the world to understand me.
You need to be very patient and close. Graziana is so young.
I can't! I need you in order to survive, Olga. Only you. I'll be happy with one of your tiniest thoughts, one tiny thought reserved for me. I'm not asking you for more.
You're asking for what I cannot give you.
Now that's because you love Georgia. Because you were able to forget and to love a second time.
Yes! And you blame me for it?
You're right. I will no longer disturb you with my presence.
Why do you say all of these things?
Because I am a burden to others. For whom or for what am I supposed to live?
You know that there is still someone who greatly needs you.
What do I care? It's I that needs you immensely, Olga. And telling me you still love me, telling me so if you don't want me to do something foolish.
Sylvia!
Have pity on me. Tell me something. Just a kind word.
I'm famished. Let's hope the lunch is ready. You're here?
That's so soon.
A storm is threatening.
Really?
Not at all. She was frightened by a little passing cloud. I'm so hungry. What time can we eat?
Immediately, if you like. Let's call Mother.
Ah, yes. Let's go.
Are you coming?
In a minute, I'll be coming.